Getting seduced into sadness. Sadness is an emotion that can hurt you physically and mentally. And we ourselves, many times, bring ourselves to the point of sadness. What causes sadness? I was sitting there today or tonight, right before I went live, I was reflecting on some things and I was starting to get sad. I said, well, what's bringing this on? Lack of movement. Lack of movement creates sadness. If you have not gotten out of your chair in more than an hour, you're going to start to feel sad. Your body needs to physically move in order for your emotions to be in well balance. So start right there. The one thing that I always say is when you are feeling down, don't order out, don't text anyone, go for a walk. Movement creates happiness. Idleness creates sadness. The next thing is music. So music can heal the soul, but also the wrong type of music can make you sad. And I was sitting there, I didn't go for a long walk this evening, so that was bringing on some sadness. And then I was sitting there on my computer at the coffee shop, and I was just trying to find different things on YouTube to watch. And I ended up watching, I was listening to Jodeci when they did Unplugged lately. Casey and JoJo from the group Jodeci did a song called "Lately" Unplugged on MTV in like the 90s. It was a great song. They did a great job with their vocals. But it's a sad song. It's a love song. It's a, mellow R&B song. And you're sitting there listening to that. And I wasn't really thinking about any past relationship or anything like that. But sad songs, I like sad song once in a while. I like Sade. But sad songs, sad melodies, the instrumentals, if they're too low key, there's a low vibration, there's a low vibe, there's a sadness vibe that comes upon you. So two things right away that you will get seduced into sadness is a lack of movement and low melody songs, sad songs. Right there, those are two ways to easily get seduced into a mentally unhealthy place and also physically unhealthy. Emotion affects your body. Emotion affects your well-being. You're on the keto diet, but you're not paying any attention to your emotional health. Your emotional health is tied into your physical and mental health. You go to Planet Fitness, but you're not paying any attention to your mental and emotional health, and that's a shame. That's a shame. And so I'm conscious of these things. Why? Because they affect your quality of life. I mean, you could be sitting here middle-aged, and a lot of you guys aren't middle-aged. A lot of you guys are elderly, okay? Or you're middle-aged and you think you're young. Look, guys, if you're in your 40s, you're not young. You're middle-aged. You may be young to someone in their 70s. They're almost dead, okay? But let me tell you something, guys. Come on. Let's stay positive. And what I could tell you is this. You have a job every day. Self-care. I often say self-care is a full-time job. I'll probably say that to the day I die. Because it's a full-time job to keep yourself not sad. With the understanding you're going to have waves of sadness, okay? But you have to let that wave pass, and you have to make a conscious effort to push yourself out of it. If not, you're going to be sitting there looking for someone else to solve your life problems. And many times on this channel, because I'm named Inspirational Nomad, because I give like very introspective videos in addition to some funny videos. It's a shame some people don't know how to laugh. That's why they're sad. They can't even laugh. It's unbelievable. I made a video today about masturbation. I can't tell you how many people didn't get that one, but that's all right. That's all right. And what I could tell you is this, guys. You are the person that can either pull you out of sadness or seduce yourself into sadness. Okay. If you're waiting for a lover to do that, guess what? You're getting ready to really get destroyed in life. Because I learned that lesson very young. Even your own mother cannot pull you into sadness. Can't pull you out of sadness. Okay. You know, your mother can't make it right, your lover can't make it right, even your dog can't make it right. No one can make it right, guys. A lot of people keep getting dogs because they think they think the dog can get them out of sadness. Not true. Not true. And if you I've had a dog, and what I could tell you is they bring great joy in your life, but they're a lot of work, and when they die, you're going to feel sadness. Okay, I was thinking about that too a little bit today. So your job, okay, I put it right back in your face, okay? Stop with the mind manipulation of life and that everyone else is supposed to have this grand magical answer. It all comes back to you, okay? Your lack of movement, the slow songs, the codependency. That's the word tonight, guys. That's the third. There's 3 steps of seducing yourself into sadness. Oh, I just thought of it. This is good. Step number 1 is lack of physical movement. You're going to become sad. Step number 2 is low melody songs. Going to make you sad. Step number 3 is codependency, meaning you depend on someone else to make you happy. You depend on someone else to feel needed. You depend on someone else for your emotional health, whether it's your dog or your alcoholic husband. Okay, one or the other, right? You pick. You pick. Okay. And all you elderly women, look, I'm not Bob Wells. Okay. I'm not going to sit here. Well, I Love to Drive says a codependent relationship is with a narcissist. I think a narcissist is overused. Everyone's a little bit of a narcissist. So look, you can be in a relationship with Donald Trump, but you know what you got into, okay? So you either married Donald Trump because you wanted your immigration papers, or you were butt ugly, and the narcissist was the only person that paid attention to you. Guys, you got to take accountability for your life, okay? Because it takes 2 to tango. Never forget it. Never forget it. And just some thoughts that I have tonight that I want to share with you. Some life experiences. And I think that's it. I think those are 3 core things that will drive you into sadness. What's going to drive you out? You looking in the mirror, getting out of your seat. Getting out of your seat. There's no way you're going to be happy if you sit in a seat. There's no way. You got to get up. You got to let your blood flow. And I'm a believer that music heals the soul, but it's either got to be at some point upbeat music or no music. No music, guys. And then there has to be a building of the life where you're able to find joy by yourself. Because when you get sick, or there's certain points in your life that you are required to be happy by yourself. And if you're not, you're always going to be by yourself. Some of the saddest times in your life will be when you're in a relationship with someone else. Some of the saddest times in your life will be when you're overwhelmed with taking care of too many pets. The rebuilding of emotional health is the same as rebuilding of your physical health. There's no quick answer, guys. There's no magical bread. There's no supplement. It's consistency. It's consistency. And with the understanding you could have bad days. Why? Because we're all human. We're all human. I'm human. I fell. We all have different body types, and we all have different emotional types. Okay. So like I often say, I have a wide ass. Okay. So I could work out. I see like some girls like in the gym, they do like the squats and they think that's gonna like make them have a nice ass. They got a flat ass. They're never gonna get around it. But you can try to improve it. Okay. I'm always gonna have a wide ass. I accept that. So we all have different body frames, okay? Different body types, and we all have different emotional types. Some people are more sensitive than others. So, you can't compare yourself to me or to other people, but you have to be yourself. A lot of people want me to be someone else. They want me to be the person that they're not getting support from. And I don't play that game. Like I say, it takes 2 to tango, okay? It takes 2 to tango. And I don't play that game. I'm not going to fill the role for your husband. I'm not going to fill the role for yourself. You want me to be the emotional superhero for your lack of willingness to get out of your seat, to listen to some positive music, and to be happy by yourself. I'm not going to play that game with you guys. I'm not your YouTube daddy. I'm not your sugar daddy. Okay. I love you. I want the best for you. But if I really love you and if I really love myself, I'm talking to myself. Guys, look, right now we're in virtual land. I'm sitting here, South Florida. I don't know where the hell you are. I'm in South Florida. I'm outside. I'm talking to my phone, guys. So in my mind, I'm sharing with you my thoughts. People often ask me, Sam, you should write a book. Guys, I'm giving you a book. This is coming right from my mind. Okay. And so we're just connected right now virtually in our thoughts. And what I could tell you is this is what I'm telling myself, okay? And this is how I get myself out of the funk. Does it always work? Look, when nothing works, just keep moving. Because I could tell you what doesn't work, just staying still and mind-screwing life, over-analyzing life, over-therapy. There's over-medication and there's over-therapy. Like, you can over-talk something out. Forget all that, guys. Come on. How long are you going to be in therapy? Come on. And these are my thoughts tonight about sadness, how we do it to ourselves, how we get out of it. And that's what it is. Manolo from Miami. Guys, we're going to get to all live comments. I appreciate you taking the effort to click that thumbs up button and sharing the video. We'll take a hydration break, then we'll go to all live comments. Manolo's in the house. All right. I love to drive on the second thumbs up. I appreciate you coming in first. Love to you, healing to you. Continue to push forward. Not easy, but you got what it takes. You're a fighter. I checked out your channel. I saw, you got through the gastric bypass surgery and all that. You got to take care of your health. You got to take care of your emotional health too. Okay. Guys, don't just focus on the physical. You got to focus on the physical, but emotional, mental. And part of that is physical. Part of that is getting out of your seat. Getting out of your seat. Nothing will change your life like getting your blood flowing. Your body is a machine. And if the machine just sits idle, it gets rusty and it affects every component. When your body just sits, your body gets rusty and it affects every component, including your mind. Your mind, including your mental and emotional health. I love to draw. It says avoiding sadness at all costs. Well, it's a full-time job, guys. Sadness is a full-time job. So guess what, guys? If you're in disability, if you're in retirement, Manolo, I got to call you Milano. I can't get into the Manolo. So Milano's about to collect his first Social Security check. Guess what? He's still got a full-time job. What is it? Taking care of himself. Okay. Masturbation's part of that, guys. I know a lot of you got upset. I made a video today that you should masturbate. Why? Hey, because look, it's a human thing that your body needs to release certain fluids. A lot of people can't accept that. Okay, and that's okay. That's why they're sad. That's why they're sad. And what I could tell you is this, guys. Let's stay positive. Good job. Swan Auto, coming from the mountaintops of Vermont. Let's see what he got to say. I get what you're saying. All right, here we go. I was driving to pick up my prom date, and the song Lucid Dreams by Juiced WRLD came on, and I almost bawled my eyes out. Well, brother, turn off the radio or turn a channel, and that's what it takes sometimes, guys. Sometimes you got to turn off the sad song, man, because you can seduce yourself into sadness, and some people enjoy it. Some people enjoy to watch horror movies. Do I? No. That's basically like committing, some people say they have PSTD, post-traumatic stress. Every time you watch a homicide, you're creating blunt trauma to your mental health. I know people with bad mental health, and all they do is watch horror movies. Come on, guys. You're watching rape, abductive movies, and you got bad mental health? You're doing it to yourself. Self-inflicted wounds. Look, guys, you got to change the channel. Some people cannot help themselves. They can't not change the channel. If you cannot get to the point where you're willing to change the channel, you basically have to be in a straitjacket because you're saying you got no self-control. And I understand that. Look, sometimes none of us have self-control 100% of the time. But I know people that watch YouTube videos or they watch movies, and they basically say they know it's a train wreck, but they can't help themselves. Now, guys, I understand we're all human, but look, if you recurringly, meaning repeatedly, can't help yourself, guess what? Let's get a straitjacket, let's fit you out, and let's lock you up, okay? Because you're basically saying you can't function as an independent person, okay? So you got a choice, guys. We could either give you a straitjacket with a permanent handicap sticker, or you can start to rebuild your life. You decide. Okay, you decide. Every day you got to decide. Good job. And then I love to drive you. We're talking about the narcissist comparison thing. Good. I love you. I love to drive. Stay positive. Keep hanging in there. James, Sam baby, I got off 2 hours ago and I'm going to watch you. Well, I appreciate that, guys. Love and respect. M tough. I read that it's human nature to seek empathy and want others to feel sympathy for them. Look, there is a seduction to like to have other people feel pity for you, but that's a bad game. Why? Because, like I say, step three is codependency. Okay, so when you're codependent on someone else feeling bad for you, you're playing a game. Okay, so we're awakening the consciousness right now. Okay, so we can't blame narcissism. We can't blame, like, we want pity. We have to. The buck has to stop with us, guys. I know you want a magical answer. I know you want the keto diet on steroids, but it all comes down to we have to catch ourselves. Okay, we have to support and love ourselves. Okay, and we have to be around positive people. I love everyone in here. I want to speak positivity, but I don't want to seduce you into a sermon that's just to make you feeling good about yourself. So I get 10%. I rather be honest with myself with a level of compassion, okay? Because I understand we're all human and we all have different body frames. Again, I got a wide ass, okay? So some people may struggle more with emotional health than others, and some people may have, like, a wide ass emotionally. They keep falling for the same person. That's hurting them. I understand that. So I'm trying to show that I understand we're all different. We all have different strengths and weaknesses. But we can't get around the fact that what causes sadness is us depending on other people to make us happy, or us having to fix other people. We want to make other people happy. That's codependency, guys. We want to make other people happy. Can't make other people happy, guys. Believe me. Happiness is an inside job. Okay? Just keeping yourself out of sadness, that's a full-time job. Self-care is a full-time job, guys. Even if you're on Social Security, even if you're on disability, self-care is a full-time job, guys. And so that's what we're talking about tonight. Good job. James, baby. Sam, I think jealousy has to make people say wanting what others have. Yeah, look, jealousy's a part of it. The reason Cain killed Abel. It's like a story in the Bible and stuff like that. Look, jealousy is always part of it. But you then have to make a conscious decision saying, look, am I being jealous or am I around jealous people? So if you're being jealous, you got to stop. And if you're around jealous people, you got to get the hell out of Dodge. Okay, so either way, it comes back to the person in the mirror. Yep, so that's what I think. Good job, though. I love to drive. It is better to be alone. I agree with that. For the right reason than to be with someone for the wrong reason. I totally agree. And that takes maturity to get to that point. And even if you're a more social person than others, because again, everyone has a different emotional makeup. There's nothing wrong with saying, look, I want a healthy relationship, but you have to first get to the point where you're good with yourself. And then, like, it's just like YouTube. Like, you want to be a YouTube creator, you better have a full-time job. And then if YouTube end up creating some type of revenue, it's icing on the cake. So same thing with your emotional happiness. You want to be emotionally happy, you better make self-care a full-time job. And if someone else can make you even a little bit more happy, that's icing on the cake. That's the best parable I can give you guys, okay? But many times, like you'll see on YouTube, some people try to make YouTube their career, and for most people it doesn't work out, and they're a wreck, okay? And the same thing, like sometimes people avoid self-care and they try to make their dog their full-time happiness or their child. And I understand that because I've been there. But what I'm trying to tell you is to get out of there, this is what you got to do. Good job. James, I agree with what you said about consistency. Yep, 1,000,000,000%. Well, thank you for the 100% emoji. Look, consistency is a big part of a lot of things in life. And none of us are going to be perfect because we're human. Human means that we make errors, right? So we have to give ourselves grace. But there has to be a level of somewhat of good patterns of being consistent, or else we don't build. Deborah, the only person you can rely on to have your back is yourself. Yes, and a lot of people cut their own necks. A lot of people slit their own throats. A lot of people stab themselves in the back just by not moving. How many people sat down in a chair, sofa, or bed for more than 2 hours today during the day? How many people took naps? How many people stayed idle for a long period of time? You just hurt yourself. No one else did that to you. Okay, so step one of getting out of sadness, get your body moving. Okay, good job. DTN, hope all's well, brother. DTN, keep doing you, man. Love, I hope you're getting some more pressure washing jobs. Hope you're staying positive. I know it's not easy. Keep pushing forward. Good to see you, man. Let me just see. James, Sam, baby, I think you're writing the book, brother. Book emoji, brother. The story continues, my friend. Yes, thank you. I appreciate the encouragement. Look, the story does continue. Every day you write a chapter in your life, okay? And so that's a living document. You know, I saw yesterday, I was watching on YouTube at night, Kenneth Copeland, who's a scam artist pastor. And he was confronted by Inside Edition on why he has jets and why he has this. You should see the interview. I want you to YouTube Google Kenneth Copeland and Inside Edition, Total Disgrace. And what I could tell you is he was confronted and he started quoting the Bible for all these other things to try to justify his own like actions. Okay. So these are the type of people that they don't understand. One is the Bible was, I'm going to do a video tomorrow about if Jesus had a YouTube channel. Okay. If Jesus had a YouTube channel, we'd be better off in life. Why? Because he wouldn't have to depend on other people to secondhand, like kind of guess what he said. And then like, hundreds of years later, other people decided, all right, he said this, he didn't say this, let's put this in a book. All right. So, and then the people who are in charge of interpreting it are saying off the door, part of this book ensures that you give me 10%. You understand what I'm saying? It's a big pyramid scheme. Like you thought multi-level marketing, you thought the stay-at-home mom who's selling you overpriced candles was a scam and wants to recruit you. Wait till you see the scam of organized religion, okay? Where a bunch of people got together, decided what was gospel, and some of it's very helpful. Some of the stuff in the Bible changed my life. But what really changed my life was getting the hell out of organized religion, thinking for myself, taking the good, leaving the bad, okay? Because if you don't do that, you're going to end up like the people I left in organized religion. They were adulterous. They were getting married 2-3 times. Their life was a train wreck. Let's be honest, guys. They were overweight. They were gluttons. And they were pro-life, okay? Pro-life, and they were destroying their life. Pro-life, and they were unhappy with life. What a disaster. So I'm trying to give you guys a lot of knowledge on this one. All right, let's stay positive. Milano, you got your first social security check yet? Good to see you, Milano. Love to you, brother. Shout out to you and Emilio, man. Good to see you. Jalen, South Carolina coast equals paradise. Well, for you, brother. For me, I don't like the Carolinas. I drove through North Carolina, South Carolina. It felt like I went back 100 years. I got to be honest with you. Those are the low vibes. I got low vibes when I went through North Carolina, South Carolina. I'm sorry, Sid. I know I got thumbs down. See, hey, that's what I'm giving you my opinion. Okay, you guys don't like it? Do a video about South Carolina. I'm doing a video about South Florida. Okay, I don't like Gainesville, Florida. Okay, somebody else want thumbs down? Look, I don't care, guys. Okay, it's my opinion. You do what you want. Okay, and what I could tell you is, look, if you're happy in South Carolina, South California. Oh, I thought you said Carolina. Well, South California, all right, well, let's say that's a little bit happy. All right, well, I made somebody upset from South Carolina for no reason. All right, I'm sorry about that. I misread that. Milano. Emilio, say hi. Emilio, what's up, brother? Stay positive, man. Emilio, stay positive, brother. Good to see you, man. Stay away from these girls, man. Big time trouble, man. Just make yourself happy, man. Look at the video I did earlier today about masturbating, man. It was a good video. Marin, hello, palm tree, heart. Palm tree. 1,000 years ago, I was a dancer. I'm not mad at you. I'm a stripper right now on YouTube. It's all about the accumulation of daily actions. That's true. If it's dancing, yoga, walking, learning, etc., go for the gold, facing direction of the heart always. I'm not mad at that. That's a positive comment, Marin. Good to see you. I hope you had a good day. Let's take a hydration break. All right, so somebody took their thumbs down back. Thank you. It's a disaster. Apathy. Hey, Apathy. Shout to Massachusetts. How are you, Apathy? Hey, Sam. Good to see you. Question. How do you not get burnt out from vlogging live every night? Because I enjoy to do it. Look, if there was no money involved, I wouldn't do it anymore. I'm not going to lie to you, okay? I'm very direct with you guys. But I also enjoy to do it, so it's a double blessing. And that's why, it's icing on the cake. If I can make some money off doing something I love, that's one of the greatest rewards in life. And that's why I started to do it. Because when I did it for a year, I didn't get any money from it. So, but I had the long-term vision. If I put a lot of work into it, maybe I will. So, but if it was free, Nomadic Fanatic wouldn't do it, Bob Wells wouldn't do it, no one would do it. It would just be corporations doing it. You guys want people to lie to you? Some people want you to lie to you. Look, organized religion only does it. Why? Because there's 10% involved. If there was no 10% involved in organized religion, you would have no churches. Okay? So it's all a scam, guys. That's how it was back in the day. There was no churches. There was just people going to people's houses. But it's all a game. So what I could tell you is I enjoy doing this. And I enjoy the fact that there's a financial reward possibility. If there wasn't, I wouldn't do it. I'm not going to lie to you. I've used my gift at different times. I enjoy doing my gift, but at the same time, too, if I don't get something out of it, I'm tired. I don't want to get I don't want to waste all my because I did that too. There's a season of my life where I just gave away my emotional energy to people. And people don't really do anything with it because you can't make people happy. I learned that. And I said, what the hell? I'm pouring all my essence into people, and they're not happy, and then I'm not happy, and then I'm resentful. So I said, you know what? I'm not going to manipulate people, but shit, I'm going to get something out of the deal. And if I'm not, guess what I'm going to do? Damn sure I'm going to put my energy to them. I'm just moving to Florida, and I'll shut down all my social media. So that's kind of my mindset. So right now, I look at YouTube like what it is. It's a way for me to use my gift, but it's also a part-time hustle. So I respect it as that, and I put energy, I put effort, I put consistency in it. Same way as I do the gym. How do I lose 200 pounds? Consistency. How do I grow a YouTube channel? Consistency. So it's that mindset that kind of keeps me going, and that's the reasons why. Good question, James. I have that song, the Swan Auto, just mentioned in my iPhone. Great song. I never heard of that song. I'm gonna have to check it out. Jalen, got a job lined up in Seattle. There you go, brother. It's cold as hell up there, though, man. I wouldn't mess with Seattle. With advanced opportunity to get into piecework, future is looking bright. Well, I'm not mad at you. If that's what you want to do and that makes you happy, a shout out to Seattle, which is like Suicide City, man. Why? Because it's cloudy as hell over there. But if it makes you happy, brother, I'm happy for you, man. Marin, 3 palm trees, 3 hearts. There's a guy walking, that's me, and a girl running, that must be you. Oh, that's a bikini, that's some like magical. And then what is that, like an egg? That's maybe like a seashell. I believe happiness is overrated. Sounding wrong, but works for me. I'm not mad at that. 2 hydration breaks, good job. And then a lot of loving emojis. All right, let's take a hydration break. Marin, I tried to keep low expectations of hope of others. Well, you should have no expectations. Forget low. Just have none. I agree. Less disappointment. Yeah, have none. Then you have no disappointment. Good job. Snow Panther, what's up, brother? Shout out to Minnesota. It's a complete disaster. What's worse than moving to Seattle? Moving to Minnesota. Let's read Snow Panther's comment. Living in my car with no friends or family. Congratulations. That supports me. All on my own. Congratulations. Loneliness and sadness is something I fight through every day. Well, try moving in with your family and then tell me how sad you are. Let's continue to read. I fight. These videos help a lot. Well, brother, I'm trying to change your life. Get up out of your seat. You got to go for a walk. Stop listening to sad songs. And don't depend on other people for your happiness. Because let me tell you something. If you think you're sad living by yourself, go move in with your family. Tell me how you feel 2 months later. It's going to be a total disaster. Let's stay positive. Marin, jealousy is an illusion. And it's probably based on self-esteem. Stay away from low vibes. Well, I agree with that. Definitely stay away with low vibes. Good job. Apathy. Sam, do you think the hateful trolls are a lot more nasty and cruel over tube? Nah, they're everywhere. It's just that on YouTube they have a little bit of a voice. I mean, I block them. I'm not like other channels. Some people keep them on there because they just want the revenue. Because look, a YouTube revenue for viewers' sake, doesn't matter if it's a troll or regular person, YouTube counts them the same. I block them because I'm not selling my soul. This is the icing on the cake for me. It's not my full-time hustle. So, a lot of other channels, they're like completely disgraceful. They'll just keep the trolls on there. Why? Because that's their only hustle, man. And it's, so... But I'm not like I said, I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed that someone can create 20 different accounts, but they can't get one job. I'm not impressed. Just like I'm not impressed when I see someone shit in the side of a toilet bowl in a public restroom. I'm not impressed that you're a psychopath, okay? To me, you should have a straitjacket on you. But if you got a keyboard, either way, I'm not impressed. So that's kind of like my mindset towards it. Because they are anonymous, yeah. Even if they weren't anonymous and they were psychopaths and they were really willing to do some crazy stuff, I'm still not impressed. It is what it is. Hey, this is part of life. Can take out their miserable lives on other vloggers. Yeah, can't do it on me. Look, you can get a comment in here and there, but I'm going to block you and move on with my life. And that's it's not easy. And I do feel sad and empathy for the other people that may not be as confident as me, and they start a channel and they get hit in the face by one of these trolls, and they totally shut their channel down. I can understand that. Look, for most people, YouTube's not worth it at all. And like I say, if I didn't grow my channel, if I had a channel for like 2 years and it didn't go anywhere, it's better to be anonymous. Why sacrifice your privacy just for the enjoyment of trolls? But some people, it takes 2 to tango too, though. Like I say, I see some of these other channels that, the trolls are basically like running an insane asylum. And it's like, if they weren't there, the channel would be nothing, because the channel is negativity. The people who are running it, they're poor mental health, they're poor emotional health. And, so it takes 2 to tango. Like, you know what I mean? That's codependency. And that's why they're sad. That's why their viewers are sad. It's the when the inmates run the asylum, the whole place it's chaos. I don't do that game. I don't play that game. But it took me years of real life experience. And even now, I'm still growing and refining myself as I go. But this is my mindset now, how I look at it. Like, people come here and say a little something crazy, but they're not going to stay here. Just like someone come in my life, anyone come in my life, they could say something crazy. They're not going to stay in my life. So I cut my own father out of my life. I'll do what I need to do at work. I keep my mouth shut at work. I do, my personal life, people don't, people ain't going to like do what they want, say what they want. No way. No one has that authority over me. So I think, and that's how you should look at life. And I think, you'd be better off. Good job. Good question. Milano, Sammy, sadness starts when happiness is not accomplished the way you like. I agree. Milano, too. Good comment on the home base, man. So Milano said, Sammy, if you get that home base, you're basically like putting yourself in the position of the people that don't want it. I did do a video of the home base. It was an RV lot with an RV travel trailer on it that the person's selling for about 100K on the ocean, a block in from the ocean. So yeah, I'm kind of leaning away from it though. But thank you for the comment, brother. I'm tough. You don't need pills. Well, some people do. I mean, look, I can't speak for everyone, but even when you're taking pills, it's never going to supplement the self-care that you need to do. You don't need a therapist. Some people do. So again, I got to be fair. All you need is the ocean walk at Preserves and Stretching. No, well, again, I can't speak for everyone. Some people may need those things in addition to self-care, but you have to do self-care. See, some people just do those other things and they avoid self-care. You'll never, so you have to evaluate your own life, and that's part of being an adult. And I can't, a lot of times, again, because I am the way I am, I have a personality, I have a level of like mentorship or pastor type feel, right? Even though I do things, but all I can say is this: a lot of times people want me to figure out their life, and I don't play that game, all right? So what I tell you is, look, you got to figure out your own life. Now, if you need help, you got to seek it, okay? And if you don't want to seek help, that's fine. That's your life. I'm not, look, I'm taking care of myself too. I got a full-time job, guys. So I can't do your job and my job. I can share my life. I can share my insights. And if you get something out of it, great. If you don't, hey, I'm not responsible for your health. You are. So if you need help, you have to seek it. Because guess what? If I force you to go get help, it's not going to help. You have to want it. And so, that's how I look at life. Brandon, hey Brandon. Tyler Perry sold it cheap. Yeah, I was told disgrace to that scumbag pastor. I hate to say I shouldn't have said that, but when I see stuff like that, it makes me upset. But he's a psychopath. You can see his mental health is a total disaster. Couldn't help but buy it. Yeah, what a psychopath. It was a funny interview. To me, it was like it made me angry, like righteously angry. Like, when I see like that disgraceful type of stuff. And then like he kissed the girl's hand and there, you could tell what a disaster. But let's stay positive. Milano, going for a walk. Yep. Gym, distract yourself. Yep. Call the Colombian. Well, hey, I'm not mad at that. Apathy. I saw a bit that Kenneth Copeland thing. Total disaster. He is such a hypocrite. Totally agree. He looked frightening. All that plastic surgery. He was very lost soul, drunk, greed, vanity. I totally agree. And look, and that's why I got away from organized religion. It helped me a little bit, but a lot of people want me to kiss my pastor's ass until I die because they helped me a little bit, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to respect the fact that they helped me and different spiritual people helped me. But I'm also going to speak the other part of the truth, which is I got out of there because they were also starting to hurt me when I realized, look, they weren't taking care of their own life, and I can't depend on them for how they interpret the scriptures or how they take care of their own life, whether it was the Catholic Church, non-denominational church, or any other religion, okay? And when I said, look, I got to, they can inspire me with some things and enlighten me with some things, but I got to go on my own journey to a certain extent. And a lot of people leave that part out. They want their pastor. They'll depend on their pastor to the day they die. And the pastor's, he's banging some side chick, taking her to White Castle with your 10% donation. That's what happened. Okay. But it's not his fault. He's human. And that's why it's like, look, everyone's playing a game, guys. And so codependency makes you sad. Okay. And so if you're codependent on your pastor, and when I got heavy into the church game, what I found is a lot of people are codependent on their pastor. Okay. They want private meetings. They want one-on-ones. And I seeked out some of that. And then I got to a certain point where I said, you know what? I'm appreciative of that because some of it helped me, but I got to take it from here. Okay. And that's when you get away from the codependency, when you say, you know what? There's a season where you seek out therapy, help, counseling, but then you say, okay, now I have to do the work of my life. Okay. And so, but a lot of people don't want to get to that step. They just want to have another meeting and another meeting and another meeting and another meeting and another and it's a game. It's a game. And the pastors aren't going to stop playing the game. Why? Because they're getting 10%. And and same thing with YouTube. Like sometimes people with YouTube, they'll pander to every person that comes in here. Look, guys, even if people super chat me, even people tip me, or even people watch, if they say something I disagree with, I say it. I try to be loving, but I say it because if I don't really love you if I don't say what I honestly feel, and I don't want to play that game. I just don't. It doesn't sit well with me. So that's how I feel. Uh, Teacup, peace. I appreciate that. I hope I said the name right. Thank you, Marin. When I moved to Florida, yeah, from LA, I felt I'd gone back in time 40 years. Well, I love Florida. LA's not hot enough for me. If I did move to LA, it would be South California, like my man said. Sorry about that, Jalen. I misread it. Minivan Muff. I love that name, man. What's up, Sam? Hope you are well. Well, love to you, brother. Walking emoji. Good job. Palm tree. The magical ocean and the beach emoji. Good job. Apathy. Oh, how I love your truth. Thank you, South Carolina. I feel like I went backwards. I hate to say that, and love to everyone. I know a couple people there. They're great people. It's just, it is what it is. Damn, is that the truth? Even though you misread the state, I did. And I apologize for that. And again, I know people that live in South Carolina, and they're great people. So it's, guys, this is just my perspective based on my travels. It doesn't mean that it's all one thing. It's just how I feel and what my experience is. Marin, thumbs up, and then a magical sunglass face. Yeah, I want to live in a place where you got to wear sunglasses all year round. Okay, and let me tell you something. In Minnesota and Seattle, you ain't wearing sunglasses. I got to wear sunglasses, guys. Like, unless it's nighttime like this. Let's take a hydration break. Guys, again, if these videos help you, please click the thumbs up button. Share it. Rick, how bad are the bugs and snakes and wildlife? If you're not in the swamp, not bad. If you stay by the coast, not bad. At night, in the summer, the bugs, as far as like the gnats and the mosquitoes, they get a little bit bad in the summer. But if you're in the Everglades and you're rolling around naked, look, it's gonna be a disaster. So, but if you're by the coast, only really in the summertime and at night the flies get worse. But other than that, it hasn't been too bad. There's wildlife everywhere, but it's not like you're dodging alligators or dodging sharks. Please try to live in New Jersey. You're dodging big chicks and ShopRite, so you take your pick. Little fiery one. Good job. Hey, Sam. 4 fire emojis. Well, love and respect to Idaho. I don't know if you got snakes or alligators, but I can tell you, I don't care if they got no nasty wildlife in Idaho. You couldn't pay me to move there. That's the truth. Desert Ghost. Good evening, Sam. Good evening to you. The best time of the night is after work watching you. Well, that's a compliment. I appreciate that. Thank you. I appreciate that. Smiling. Rick, why is the Atlantic side of Florida better than the Gulf side? Energy. The Gulf side has low energy, lack of diversity, and it just doesn't. The Gulf of Mexico is like a backwash. Okay, Atlantic Ocean is like a fresh thing of Trento water or a fresh beer with and I don't even drink beer, but like with the suds on it. It's like the Coca-Cola. Even though I don't drink Coke anymore, like when you pour it with ice and the foam is on the top. The Gulf of Mexico is just like backwash. Okay, it's like you spit, like you brush your teeth and you spit it out, and it's like, well, now I like Naples, I like Marco Island, but even that's low energy. Okay, there's more energy. The Atlantic Ocean has got there's energy. Okay, so there's energy, there's diversity. And West Coast a little bit different, a little bit lack of diversity, not total, but a little bit, and a little bit lower energy. That's my opinion. That's how I feel. Some people may disagree. Some people love Southwest Florida. Some people love Fort Myers. I like Naples. I like some areas, but not for me. Okay, and the ocean accessibility and the ocean parks, what I found are nicer on the East Coast. Highway A1A, which pretty much runs the entire East Coast of Florida, has a lot of beach parks, free accessible public beach parks right along the coast. In the Gulf of Mexico side, you will see it's not like that. There's not as many stops along the way. There's not like one main strip that rides up and down the coast because of the way the landscape is. So for those reasons, because that's what originally, like when I came to Florida, I just did a big loop. I avoided the Panhandle and I avoided Gainesville because it's just not my thing. But I did one big loop basically. And what I found is I'm an East Coast guy, and I like Southeast. But everyone's different. Again, you got to experience it for yourself. But that would be the way I answer the question, Jalen. He goes, I can't lie. Consistency is something I'm going to need to get good at. Well, that's a goal. So it's good to have a goal and hoping my intention for a long period of time. Well, it's not easy, but it's good that you're figuring out yourself and you're trying to focus your energy on what you need to improve on. So we're all human. So good job, Jalen, Snow Panther. Thinking about going to school for electrical engineering. Is that what you did? Well, I went to 5-year schooling for being an electrician, electrical apprenticeship. When you go to a 5-year schooling, I went to school at night and I worked during the day. And after 5 years, you get a journeyman electrician's license or journeyman's electrician certification, and you get certain credits towards electrical engineering. And then I studied another 3 years why I worked during the day for my electrical master's license for contractor licensing in New Jersey. And then I got into like a entry-level building engineer position at a technology company. And then through my work experience and through those certifications, that allowed me to like leverage into engineering. Okay, so you got to have some work experience and you got to have some certifications, licenses, etc. Okay, so what I could tell you is, in my view, I mean, especially if you're starting from scratch, in my view, everyone should do whatever they want. I wouldn't recommend, like, you go into college loan debt and go for a 4-year engineering degree and you've never worked in the field. I would get a skilled trade and then build on that. So start getting into electrical apprenticeship program, start working for a contractor. When I started working for a contractor, I was getting paid like $10 an hour my first year, and I was lugging pipe. I was a material boy. I was a coffee boy. I wasn't doing any engineering. I was doing manual labor. I was digging ditches, literally. I was in ditches in the winter and in ditches in the summer. For 5 years, you're just a goat. You just do whatever they say. So you got to put in your dues, because the longer you wait to put in your dues, the longer you're going to be behind the eight ball. So right now, I take my foot off the pedal a little bit. I've built my career. I could take more personal risks. So like, I got a condescending comment on one of my videos today. They was like, "Oh, it's easy for you to say because X, Y, Z." I said, "Yeah, you weren't doing anything for me when I was in a ditch. You weren't doing anything when I was getting yelled at a job and I didn't quit. You weren't there for me then. So I don't want to hear your shit." So whatever you do in life, you got to pay your dues. And so what I would tell you is, focus on some certifications, but also you have to have some work experience and just start as an apprentice. But also realize that as you start making more money, you can start acquiring more things, and then you can start being trapped in doing a job that you don't love. I didn't love construction. I didn't love being an electrician. I saw it as a means to an end. I saw it as a way to gain my independence. I mean, now I've kind of evolved, and because the longer you do something, the better you get at it, and then the more your confidence grows. So now I've evolved into a certain field and position that I enjoy. But that took 22 years or whatever it was. So I always wanted to work because I always wanted my independence. And I know there's no way around that. If you don't work for your independence, you're going to be on the hook to someone else. But as I get older now, as I'm in my middle age, part of my reason for downsizing my life is so that I can reposition my life and do more things that I enjoy, such as YouTube. YouTube is a risk, okay? But I'm trying to build it over time because I enjoy doing it, okay? And so, you get to a certain point in your life too where you want to enjoy what you do, because that's a true payoff. But a lot of things that you enjoy to do are not going to pay much. So that's why you have to spend a season of your life where you pay your dues and you have a career to fall back on, because most creative things pay nothing. Like, YouTube is a below minimum wage job. Even DoorDash is sometimes. So it's like, you would need a couple supplemental things and this. So, but hopefully over time, if you save your money, if you live a simple life, you live below your means, you can do more things you love, even if they're supplemental for a season. And hopefully over time they build, and you save, and you're able to maybe do some things, and then you're able to be more self-sufficient where, if God forbid you got laid over for something, or you wanted to take a chance and just go out on your own and have your own self generating revenues, you can do that. But it all takes work, guys. Even with YouTube, look, guys, I show up every night, and I don't have a big channel. But look, for 2 years where I started, which was at 0, and where I'm at now, which is like 8,000 subscribers, I mean, my videos only get a couple hundred views. Once in a while, a couple of them get a lot of views. Most of those are RV reviews for the masses. But look, guys, I'm still consistent. I still show up every day. I still read each and every live comment. I even respond, to every comment on every regular video. Why? Because you have to put effort into something. Sometimes I get like on other people's channels that watch mine, and they got like couple subscribers, couple views, and they don't even respond to the comments. And I try to tell them, like, look, if you want to have a channel, if you don't want to just sit there and do nothing, you have to put energy into it. You have to put effort. You have to respond. And look, if they're trolls, don't respond, block. But if there's someone, you got to put energy into it. So responding to every comment, uploading daily, writing down topics so that you have different things to talk about, putting effort into maybe going to an RV lot or something you're going to do, with giving the masses what they want to see. YouTube has been a little bit of work, guys. I enjoy doing it, so sometimes it may not look like work, but it's work. So it's a mindset of building your career, of gradually repositioning to doing things you love. But when you do something creative that you love, you have to be ensured that you have other sources of revenue, or else you're going to compromise your creativity. Because, like I say, if YouTube was your main hustle, you can't truly be yourself, guys. You couldn't do a video. As soon as I uploaded my video today about masturbation, it got demonetized, like I knew it would, because the name itself, as soon as you put like masturbation in the title, the algorithm hits it and it's demonetized. So I knew that right away, but I said, look, I enjoyed doing this video. I'm going to do it. And, like 7 people unsubscribed because 7 grandmas watched it and they got all offended. But I don't care. Why? Because it was a creative thing for me that I feel passionate about and that I want to share. And that's the reason too why I had beef with my pastors. I wanted to give like the sermon I gave today about masturbation, like to the youth group that I was leading, and pastors were like, they were mortified, even though they were committing adultery, but they looked at me like an asshole for talking about porn. So I'm not going to compromise, whether it's in the church or whether it's on YouTube. I'm not going to compromise something I feel that is truth that needs to be spoken. And I have fun doing it because I think you got a fun life. And no one's going to pay attention if you just go to a chalkboard and you start writing. I mean, come on, you got a little fun. But, I'm trying to give you a rundown of how I look at a career, how I look at life, how I look at, doing more things that are inspirational. And that kind of breaks it down. DTM. Just got out of a short relationship. Let's just say right now that a relationship can be mentally draining. Totally. Mentally, physically, emotionally, and financially draining. Relationships, number one cause of stress. Divorce many times is not the number one cause of bankruptcy. Medical expenses are, but it's very close to. A lot of people that came on this channel, they're destitute. They're living in their vehicle because they've got a divorce. So tread lightly when you commit your emotions and your finances and your life to someone else, because most people aren't whole. Most people aren't in a good mental or emotional position, and if they're good a lot of people just get seduced because they're in a good physical condition, okay, or they're attracted to them. Look, again, I knew a young skinny guy. He used to like big chicks. So even if you're a big chick, there's some guys out there, they're fired up, man. They want, everyone likes someone different, guys. Okay, so, but what I'm trying to tell you is, no matter what you like, even if they're available, even if they like you, it's a lot of work to have a relationship. It's a lot of work to have an RV, and that's why I don't want an RV. You be mindful. You gotta be mindful that whatever you take on in life is good for you, and that's not easy. It's not easy to always eat the right thing. I had 2 blueberry muffins today, guys. 2 blueberry muffins. A lot of sugar in a blueberry muffin, guys. But I allow myself to coast a little bit now because I've disciplined myself for so many years. So, you gotta be careful with relationships. So they're a disaster. And then he goes, yep, I totally agree with that. And then he goes, work, business, and son is all time I really have. Yep. Look, yeah, you got a kid. You're trying to do entrepreneur, and I believe in you, DT. And I think whether it's pressure washing or something else, you're going to figure something out. Someone's going to give you a shot, because you're a good communicator. You come across great. So I have full confidence that something's going to work itself out. Okay, but you have to be very careful now, not to get embedded in another bad relationship, because you're your worst enemy. You're going to go as far as you want, or you're going to sink yourself, because you have everything that it takes. I have full confidence in you. So just take care of your son, take care of yourself, and then if if God, I believe in faith, and if God wants you to be in a relationship, you know when people are right. It takes 2 to tango. And when you're playing a game with yourself. Like if you're just getting with them because they're hot. Like I always say, if you're not sure if you have the right intentions, I want you to Always do this to yourself. Say, if this person was totally out of shape and ugly, would I still want them in my life? Or would I still initiate a conversation with them? And what I could tell you is, you may be cordial to them if they were totally out of shape and totally ugly, but many times you wouldn't really invest in them. So I think that will keep you away from lust. There's nothing wrong with lust and passion, but that's why I tell you masturbate, because many times lust leads people astray. So there's no scripture that says you're not going to have lust. It says control your lust, and I believe you do that through masturbation. But don't be led astray by lust and have bad relationships because of that. And many people do. Many people get married for legal paperwork, and they pay the price for that because there's strings attached, guys. And but we've all been in the season of life where we've gotten caught up. But you have to separate yourself from the bad stuff. It's true. And Angie, hey Angie, hello to you. I appreciate. I saw your comments today on my video too. Thank you, Desert Ghost. I also had to cut ties with my family years ago because they were toxic. Well, congratulations. Most people, well, I say congratulations, but I also know there's some sadness there because I understand how hard it is to separate yourself from family. But look, I tried to make it work with my father and other people that were similar to that for years. And what I found is, look, people don't change for the most part. And if you're going to do the work of your life, you are going to change because that's what part of growing is. And so if you can't fully accept them for who they are, and if they can't fully accept you, it's never going to work. So the quicker you can cut ties, the better off you are. With the super chat, Brandon, hydration break, brother. I appreciate that. Brandon, thank you for the tip, brother. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the acknowledgement. Brandon Martin, thank you, brother. Let's take a hydration break. Appreciate that, man. Thank you. And who else I miss? Because I see Snow Panther. I'm sorry for that too. Snow Panther, thanks for the feedback. Snow Panther, thank you, brother, for the tip. Appreciate that, man. Love and respect to you. Keep doing your thing. Snow Panther, appreciate that, man. Snow Panther and Brandon, thank you very much, man. Sorry, I was in my rant mood. So let's go back to live comments. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it, man. So go back to the comments. MTOF at Rick Chan. Believe it or not, a lot of Florida is actually rural and wild. I totally agree. Florida is like a symbol of America. Most people are concentrated on the coast. Most people are on the outer perimeter. Why? Because life usually thrives by coast. That's where businesses, that's where ports are, that's where hubs are. Okay, so Florida on the coast is where most of the population is. Okay, inland, there's just empty agriculture. There's empty land for miles and miles and miles. Most of it is just agriculture or rural land. So that's just how America is. Most of the population is on the outer coast, and most of inland middle America is country land or agriculture. And that's how most other countries are. It doesn't matter what country it is. Why? Because again, life thrives where there's water, and commerce, business happens where there's ports, where there's access to overseas, where goods and services can come in, where you can trade, where you can barter. And that's the way it's always been, guys. So that's true. Brandon, I tipped when you told me I was wrong with an interaction with a family member, but I'm not mad at you. I'm sorry about that, man. Tough love is still love. Well, thank you for understanding, man. Stay with me. The truth will set you free if you really accept it. Well, Brandon, I appreciate you hanging in there, guys. I know sometimes I can be rough. Thank you, Brandon, for the tip, and I really appreciate it. Thank you for hanging in there with me, brother. Love to you. And again, look, guys, I give you my opinion. I give you my view. You guys should do whatever you want. And if I'm not good for your mental health, you guys should not watch because I don't want to hurt anyone. But thank you, Brandon. I appreciate that. Thank you again, Snow Panther, guys. I really appreciate the tips. Thank you. Teacup. Haha. Yeah, brother. It sounds like, here we go. And we're going to end up in a bad relationship. As soon as someone has to correct my pronunciation, it ends up in a disaster. And he says, it sounds like Key Up. Huh. That's your name? Key Up? Key Up? Almost awesome channel. All right, now we hate each other. You have, and most informative content. Peace and blessings, friend. Key Up, thank you. Forgive me for saying your name wrong. Not trying to be rude. Thank you, Key Up. Love to you. But sometimes, let me expand on that because I don't want you to like I'm brushing you off. Sometimes, like I don't even know if that's your real name, and why I'm saying that it may be, but people have so many different names on YouTube, and like they go out of their way to tell me how to pronounce it, and it's not even their real name. And it's like, why do you even care how I pronounce it? It's a fake profile, So it's like, now I don't know, maybe that's your real name. I can't tell the profile picture. It just looks like a red. It just looks like a white dot with like some red stuff in the middle. So I got no idea who it is. So it's like, sometimes people say, well, Sam, you're not. I don't know. Sometimes people try to like break down different things, and I look at them. I was like, you don't even have a real profile. It's like, But again, I don't know. Maybe your real profile is to key up. So I don't know. But thank you, love to you. Thank you for the compliment. Love to you. Thank you, Rick. Cool. Thanks for your thoughts. Thank you, Rick. Appreciate that. Jack Fix, what's up, man? What's up? Good to see you. Little fiery one. Sam, you speak about Florida like it's your wife. Well, that's true. That's the only girl for me. What a pure example of true love. Yeah. Well, it's true love because I'm not committed. Yeah, it's a non-committal relationship, but I do love Florida. I'm not gonna lie. Thank you, Jack Fix. What beach in Florida has the best waves for surfing? I'm thinking of Delray. Well, I'm not a surfer. I'm a boogie boarder. When I go in there, I'm mainly just a submerser. But the whole East Coast, that's another example too. Like West Coast ain't much waves because the Gulf of Mexico, not a lot of waves. So advantage East Coast there too. But the whole East Coast has waves. I mean, Melbourne Beach, and that's not even South Florida. They have nice waves. They have a nice beach. So I would say the first place on the East Coast, but even Flagler Beach. I would say Flagler Beach has good waves. The water isn't as clear as South Florida. That's North Florida. Flagler Beach, Melbourne Beach, and then I would say there's parts of Palm Beach that if you can access have good waves. But a lot of Palm Beach is very rich. There's not a lot of access to public parks there. And those would be the ones off the top of my head, but anywhere on the East Coast, pretty much. I mean, on the right day, with the right conditions, you can get good waves, because, but certainly there's different ones that have different feels than others. But, Satellite Beach, Melbourne Beach, that comes to mind. There's a lot of surfing culture there. There's a couple popular surfers from there. I forgot their names, because again, I'm not really into surfing, but that's what I would say. Dude, you're reading it all over from the beginning. I don't even know what I'm saying. What? I love you. MTOF, look, you're starting over again accidentally. I don't know what happened. Rick, thanks, MTOF. Susan, dodging big chicks at shopper. It's a total disaster. You make me laugh because it's good to laugh. After a long day, keeping it real. So, well, thank you. I appreciate that. She gave me an alligator, a snake, a turtle, and a palm tree. Where's the big chick and the ShopRite emoji? All right, good job. Snow Panther, thank you again, brother. I appreciate it, man. Love and respect you, man. Keep pushing forward. Buck Potter, South Florida in the house. Hey, Buck. Blessing, Sam. I appreciate that. Peace emoji, ocean emoji, sun emoji. Yeah, that's why we love Florida. And prayer emoji. Got to keep the faith. Good job, brother. Buck, no one can fix your sadness. So true. And you shouldn't overtalk these topics with, Had this with my mom a week ago. I understand that. Therapy and drugs isn't answer pushing. Yeah, look, it may be a supplemental thing for some people, but you can't avoid the work of your life. That's so true. Brandon, thank you again, brother. Take another hydration break. I appreciate the tip and love, man. Journey with Joe Intensity's back in the house. How you feeling, man? Happiness is an inside job. Yeah, put that on a t-shirt. Totally agree, brother. Amen. Sell it to Dave Ramsey. Jones, 1963. Hey, Jones. Hey, Sam. Watching and enjoying and relaxing. You take a good relax. Good. Always something I can relate to. Jones, I love you. I appreciate you. You've hung in there with me, and I'm very thankful for that. And I'm very appreciative. So thank you for the comment and love to you. Journey with Jordan. Yeah, look how Milano made it being called Melania. Yeah, you pronounce his name because I watched Emilio's video, Manolo. So love and respect to Emilio and Manolo. But I've been calling him Milano for so long, it's like it's hard to change. But I love him. He's a positive person, man. He has been very supportive, and he has a lot of knowledge. Like he shared a lot of things with me that I listened to his comments. Because again, this guy, he worked his whole life. He's in his 60s. Migrated here from Cuba, and he's getting ready to retire, but he still work. And he has a lot of insights on life. But why I really like Milano is he has a great sense of humor, and that's a true gift, a gift from God, I think. He has wisdom, he has compassion, but he also has humor, and that's why I really like him and I respect him, and I'm very thankful for Milano. Little Fire One. I come here for the tough love. Well, you getting it, Sam? People are thirsty for reality checks. So some people are, not the masses though. The masses aren't thirsty for that. The masses are thirsty for a guy with a pet who panders to people, and even if he manipulates them, that's what the masses want. Okay, and I've seen it in a church game. I see it on YouTube. In a church game, look, there's no way people didn't know that something was up, but they wanted more one-on-one meetings. Okay, there's no way you don't know that something's up, with a guy and traveling around with his pet, drinking alcohol. I mean, total disaster, guys. But if you speak nice, if you listen, and if you smile, a lot of times you get away with a lot of bad stuff. Okay, but I understand, you necessarily, after you get beat up by life, you don't want a guy screaming in his phone. You don't want to hear that. And that's why I can understand. Like, I understand how people cannot want to watch me. But I can't change, guys, because I changed my life, and I bent over backwards for people, and all I was left with was sadness, because I poured a lot of energy and a lot of effort into trying to make them happy, and their life was still a disaster. And then I looked at myself, and I totally lost myself trying to make them happy. So I'm not going to do that again. Good job. Rick, Journey with Jordan. Sam says happiness is a handle. Well, hey, that's a good way to say it. I agree with that. Good job, Rick. Put that on a t-shirt. Chris, I saw this quote today and thought you might appreciate it. Okay, Jim Rohn, he's another one. Tony Robbins, he's a total disgrace too. Mentored said I could sum up all human history in one phrase: opportunity mixed with difficulty. Yeah, they're emotional manipulators. Yeah, they're basically, they sell hope. They pack stadiums, they get people emotionally fired up. They have some wisdom tied into their emotional sales pitch, but all they are is salesmen. There's nothing wrong with being a salesman. Doug from New Mexico, he sells RVs. I love him. They have some wisdom, but I'm not fans of them. I'm not like a motivational speaker fan, even though I could be considered a motivational speaker, but I try to share at a different level. Not like let's all go to a hotel room and I give you this 5 steps to change your life and all that other bullshit. So, but I appreciate your comment, and it's well noted. Thank you, Chris. Love to you, brother. I'm tough. I think you did end up rereading the first 15 comments or so. Not a big deal. Well, damn, M. Tough, I'm sorry, man. I don't know what happened. M. Tough, it's all right. Don't get mad. Journey with Jordan. Dave Ramsey is hiring now. There you go, brother. I'm hoping to land a job and home base and transaction. Well, good luck with that, brother, because I heard he pays dirt cheap. Why? Because he's a capitalist, man. He got to get people out of debt. And he damn sure ain't going to help you out. Good job. Jack Fix. Thanks, Sam. Have a good night, you too, brother. Love to you. Milano, Sammy, thanks, Milano. I love you, brother. You stay positive. You stay yourself. And if someone doesn't like you, you run over them with your Class B and you collect your Social Security check. But don't do that. Just collect your Social Security check. Good job. I'm tough. That's what Amazon does. Yeah, they do what Dave Ramsey does. Pay dirt cheap. They let people live in their parking lots. Yeah, they do that. Yeah, for seasonal. Well, look, Amazon pays minimum now $15 an hour. So they stepped their game up a little bit. And they have Amazon Flex, which is like a DoorDash. And there's another opportunity that you can get. So, look, guys, there's ways to make money out there. I got to put some effort into it. Apathy. Who's the dude Sammy's driving around in his van with the dog drinking? Bob Welsner. That ain't me. That ain't me. Who's the dude Sammy driving around his van? I'm not driving anyone around. Look, guys, I'm a solo traveler, guys. A lot of people pander. Look, if you want a lot of views, just interview some girl who's traveling alone and type solo female traveler. The women eat it up because the women are scared as hell to get in their van and really live this life. So they're looking for other levels of inspiration. And so as soon as they see a female traveling by herself, they go, I can do it. And I'm glad they can do it. I'm all for equal rights, guys. And I'm all for equal encouragement. And I want you to identify with people. But there's a big pandering out there. But at the end of the day, look, it doesn't matter if you're female or male. I think if you take some core steps of, if you have an income stream, whether you're going to go to campgrounds or whether you're going to go to, it's all the same thing, guys. You and most of you guys are ugly. I mean, let's be honest with you. Most of you chicks out there that I know that you're thinking of living in your car, you're ugly. All right, let's be honest. All right. So nobody's coming for you. All right. I mean, nobody's coming for you. I mean, come on. I got more of a risk out here. There's a lot of people out here. There's a lot of molesters out here, man. I mean, so look, what I could tell you guys, look, don't worry about it. If you want to live this life, get your big ass in a van, and no one's gonna bother you. All right. I mean, just use common sense, respect your environment, and keep it moving. But look, guys, it's not like you're Jennifer Lopez. I mean, if you're Jennifer Lopez, you got something to worry about. I mean, come on, guys, it's a disaster. Let's take positive. I think have a peaceful night, you too. Journey with Jordan. Katie Kearney is a good example of a solo woman. She lived in her mom's house for about 6 months, and she even said it. And then she would leave her mom's house, go into her car, make a video just for YouTube revenue. Totally lied to you, totally pandered to you. And then at the end of the video, she would say, "Jesus loves you." What a disgrace. Okay, guys, look, a lot of disgracefulness out there just for YouTube revenue, and they're totally dishonest, and you guys eat it up. Okay, and then you get mad at me for being honest. I don't care. That's why I have a full-time job, because I'm not going to pander to you. A lot of you guys want me to tell you you're hot, you got something to worry about. Look, no one's looking at you guys, all right? Let me tell you that right now, okay? And Bob Wells, I can't even tell you what he's masturbating to in his van. So let me tell you this, guys, all right? Let's take it easy. Good job. Journey with Jordan. Nobody's coming for you tonight. I hate to say it. It's true. Apathy. You mentioned there's a dude in a van with a dog and he's drinking. Oh, just curious. Who are you talking about? Take your pick. Take your pick, man. I mean, I'm not going to name YouTube channel names, but I've seen a couple YouTube channels today that they get a lot of views, and they got pets, they drink alcohol, or even the big ones, they seduce older women just for money, and they're playing a game. But it takes two to tango, guys. It takes two to tango. So I'm not going to call out names, and I'm not going to throw people under the bus. But look, you guys know what you're watching, okay? And that's why a lot of people don't want to watch me, because I'm not going to say, like, you're hot and you're butt ugly. I mean, come on, guys. I got a wide ass. I mean, come on. All right, so see, a lot of people don't want to hear that. But what I don't care. That's why I work, because if you don't work, guys, you better get a G-string on. You better start pandering. Let's continue to read. Minivan muff. Laugh is on. Come on, good job, brother, because you better have a sense of humor, man. This world's a disaster. Apathy, I love you, honestly. Apathy, I love you on my heart. I love you, Apathy. Journey with Julian. What you want his GPS coordinates to, Rick Chan? Come on, man. Hey, so a lot of people wanted my GPS coordinates, believe me. And let me tell you something, they weren't hot girls either. They were ugly guys dressed like hot girls. That's what you got to be scared of, and that's what really happened. Let's stay positive. What a disaster. Like, you think about it. I want you to think about this, guys. Most people on YouTube don't even say the real name. They don't have the real profile picture. You would never know either way. How many hot people, how many good-looking people do you know that are on YouTube on a consistent basis, especially in they're out there playing the game, okay? And so what I could tell you is this, look, most people behind YouTube, they got an avatar, and I'm on YouTube, I can tell you, look, so I'm no better. I'm not trying to put myself on a pedestal, but every time I say to myself, I say, Sam, especially if, like, they're a serial YouTube person, these people got nothing going on in their life, man. I watch YouTube all the time, but what I'm saying, there's a certain mindset out there that even if they're not trolls, they're trolls, okay? Now, there's good, positive people. Ugly, beautiful, doesn't matter. And I'm not really into vanity. Guys, look, I want to be by myself, so I have nothing manipulative to say if you're ugly. Because even if you were beautiful, even if you were Jennifer Lopez and you said, Sam, I want to do a meet and greet at a campground, I would tell you no, okay? Doesn't matter if you're Jennifer Lopez or Monique. Either way, you're getting a no out of me. And so that's how I can be honest with you guys, okay? Because I masturbate. I don't need you to satisfy me. I satisfy myself. So what I can tell you guys is I don't care if you're ugly or hot. But chances are, if you're on YouTube a lot, you're ugly. Let's be honest. Because if you were hot, you would be getting chased around. And if you're ugly, you're worried about getting chased around by Bob Wells. I mean, come on, guys. So what I can tell you is take it easy, all right? Let's take pause. Apathy, oh no, Mama Mia, oh yeah, we just broke it down. Chris, these dudes with loud cars are all over the place, feeling like they have to do 90 miles an hour on the street. Well, get used to it if you live out here. Rick's laughing, good job. JYJ, it's not raining at least, so I don't know what we're talking about now. M top, he streams from Starbucks. Sometimes I do, sometimes I'm from different spots, but has a wide ass. You don't want it. Yeah, look, most people don't. I don't care if they want me or not. Why? Because I don't want you, no matter who you are. Okay, so it's true. Uh, Journey with Jordan's laughing. Good to laugh, guys. All right, guys. And MTOF, what do you look like? I got no idea what MTOF looks like. Is MTOF hot? Chances are not. Chances are it looks like a disaster. Okay. Now I love MTOF. He loves me. But he just said I got a white ass. Okay. Do I take that personal? No, I call myself with a white ass. But what I'm trying to say is, like, once in a while, like, somebody may come in here and say something about how I look. Then I say to myself, what do they look like? I got no idea. Are they hot? Chances are they're not hot. And so, come on, guys, let's stay positive. Tony, not much love for Bob Wells. Well, I love Bob Wells. I love everyone out there. And I don't mean to disrespect him. He's helped a lot of people. He's helped me in certain ways. Certain ways I may disagree with him, just like I'm sure people disagree with me. So, again, it's no disrespect, it's no slander, but I'm just sharing my thoughts on life. Like we were just sitting here chilling, but we're not, because I don't want to meet up with anyone. Journey with Jordan. I thought MTOF was a robot. No, he's a positive person. He could be a robot, but chances are he's just an ugly dude. That's watching my video. Now, MTOF, I love you, but let's be honest. Come on. Now you might be hot. You may be hot. So what I can tell you is this, guys. Let's stay positive, all right? And have a good night. Don't get sad. Apathy. I would never put my face on a YouTube avatar. People are insane out there. Oh, yeah, welcome to YouTube. Yeah. I mean, come on, guys. I'm taking a bigger risk than you guys are. Come on. People are incredibly judgmental. Oh, get ready for that. I've been told I could be a model. Oh, now, yeah, apathy. Now we're getting. Good job, Apathy. Good job. Susan, well, now I'm feeling kind of ugly. Well, chances are you are. Watching YouTube videos. Thanks. Bye. Well, Susan, I'm glad I could boost your confidence. But confidence starts when you embrace your ugliness. Like Trump would say, you're not his first choice. Okay? So a lot of people love Trump, a lot of ugly women. And Trump would leave him. Trump would leave you for Melania quick. So, don't get too excited about Trump. He don't love you. Journey with Jordan. I don't care if people think my avatar is ugly. I got no idea who it is. Then no one will come for me. Journey with Jordan. I got no idea who it is. I don't know if it's a kid you adopted. I don't know if it's like a young boy that you took a screenshot of. I don't know if that's you. You could be an old guy with a beer gut, and you got some young kid. Journey with Jordan. I got no idea. And to tell you the truth, I don't think nothing of it. I just say, you know what? Who knows who this person is? MTOF, we all end up ugly at the end. That's right. That's how I look at life. And that's why I say that's why I don't even care. I don't care if you're Jennifer Lopez, or if, you're precious. Either way, don't matter to me. Yeah, don't. I'm tough. So no point in being vain. Well, I agree with that. I'm tough. Me and you on the same page. Just be healthy. All right, guys. Let's end on a positive note, because I think you guys all feel good about yourself now. All right? So peace, love, and whoever takes something back from you, get them out of your life, because someone who takes back what they give, they're jerks. Good job. Apathy. I'm tough. Amen to that. Yeah, all the ugly people in the choir say amen. Rick, you thought it was about you, don't you? Hey, you could play that song too. And what I can tell you guys is peace and love. Good job.